Recently, an earth-shattering experiment from NASA has been leaked out, and it's revealing a classified 3-second method that allows anyone to activate a tiny organ within their brain called the pineal gland, allowing you to tap into your innermost hidden potential and become able to heal yourself naturally. Now connect deeply with the universe, attract substantial amounts of wealth, and even find the love of your life. This mystical cone-shaped organ deep within our brains, known as the pineal gland, has been recognized by spiritual luminaries throughout history as our third eye. References to the pineal gland are not limited to one culture or religion. They span across continents and epochs. For example, if you look inside the Bible, for instance, beginning in Genesis, Jacob wrestles with God all night and is told to change his name to Israel. Following that, the Bible claims, "For I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved." The sun rose on him as he passed over Peniel, Genesis 32, 30, and 31. Perhaps another noteworthy verse is from Matthew describing the third eye and compares it to passages from yogic and Hindu spiritual traditions. This verse is also noteworthy because the pineal gland is the only part of the brain that lacks left and right hemispheres and is found right in the center of your brain. If your eyes are good, your whole body will be full of light. Matthew 6:22. Modern scientists have discovered that the pineal gland releases pineal fluid throughout every gland of the body. We have 7 main glands, and surprisingly enough, they are correlating to the 7 chakra points. The pineal gland sits at the top and is linked to every other gland or chakra point. So once activated, your whole body becomes illuminated. In Hinduism, ancient Upanishads compared humans to cities with 10 gates, showing that the sensory world is accessed through 9 gates: 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ears, 1 mouth, 2 excretory passages, and the 10th gate is the third eye, which is a gateway to heightened consciousness. The third eye is considered a portal to hidden dimensions of reality, imperceptible to our 5 senses, and once activated, it's believed to unlock the doors to our 6th sense. Also, interestingly enough, esteemed Freemasons like Walt Disney made a hidden reference to the pineal gland in the movie Pinocchio. A closer examination of the word Pinocchio reveals its meaning, pine and occhio. In Italian, occhio translates to eye, unveiling the true essence of Pinocchio as pine eye or third eye. Until recently, unlocking the mystical potential of our pineal gland had remained a mystery. However, a rogue NASA engineer has now leaked a classified method unlike anything you've ever seen before. This new discovery has allowed thousands of regular men and women to awaken their third eye and become supernatural. They reported experiencing heightened intuition, out-of-the-body experiences, and even psychic powers. Now, I understand that this might be a lot to grasp, but please stay with me until the end of this short video, and you will be shocked to discover the truth behind why a staggering 98% of people on Earth have their pineal gland calcified or blocked, and why a select few, driven by insatiable greed, have been poisoning our brains and obstructing our third eye since we were little kids. The truth is, you weren't supposed to find your way to this page. Yet somehow, fate has guided you to unveil what is now believed to be the universe's most profound secret. I'll show you that attracting unlimited wealth and abundance has nothing to do with wealthy parents or high-paying jobs or knowing the right people. but everything to do with your pineal gland and your third eye. The only thing you need to do is to activate it. Can you guess how? I would be surprised if you did, because I can guarantee you've never heard about this secret NASA method in any book or YouTube video. You see, activating your pineal gland and unlocking your mystical powers is simpler than you might think. It doesn't require hours of meditation or repeating affirmations. It doesn't require listening to specific sound frequencies or spending thousands of dollars on courses from yogic masters or gurus. In fact, it's a lot simpler than that. You can do it right now from where you're sitting, simply by using a 3-second NASA method that I'm about to share with you. Now, I have to warn you, this letter may not be available for very long. You see, I've received numerous threats from governmental agencies because I'm exposing their ugly truth. So I urge you to pay attention and continue watching till the very end. And you'll discover your hidden potential and your ability to transform anything you imagine within your mind into tangible reality. So if you believe you can handle the truth about unlocking your third eye, well, then I suggest you pay real close attention and continue this letter till the very end before it's too late. So allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dr. David Reynolds. I'm 53 years old and I live in California. I'm an anatomy professor at one of the most prestigious universities in the country. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine I'd be here talking to you about things like manifestation and connecting with the universe. You see, I've always been a man of science, firmly grounded in the realm of facts and empirical evidence. However, a recent heartbreaking event in my life led me to discover the truth about the hidden power we humans possess inside of us that allowed me to go from being crippled with debt to having more money than I can ever spend. See, despite my professional accomplishments, my life was far from perfect. I had recently gone through a heartbreaking divorce that left me emotionally scarred and financially strained. The divorce settlement left me with over $70,000 in debt. I was forced out of my marital house and squeezed into a cramped studio. The stress, both mental and financial, was absolutely crushing. My credit card had become my lifeline until I realized I was $12,000 in the red, with the interest compounding rapidly. Unpaid bills started piling up on my kitchen counter, as it was hard keeping my head above water, you see. If you're anything like me, you know what it feels like to not have enough, to feel like money is scarce and life is passing you by, living paycheck to paycheck with no security in case a tragic event happened. If you feel that way right now, I can definitely relate. Oh, but don't worry, because I'll share with you the real reason why it feels like the universe is not listening or even conspiring against you. You'll see that a blocked tiny organ inside your brain is messing with your ability to manifest and connect with the universe. But once activated, you can attract anything your heart desires almost instantly. And if that sounds a bit strange now, I understand, but please allow me to explain, and you'll see that it's all true. Now, when I thought that things wouldn't get any worse, I came home one day from teaching a class and found an eviction notice under my door. I was 2 months late on the rent, and the landlord was threatening to throw me out. I had already borrowed money from everyone I knew. You know, friends and family members and colleagues, they weren't answering my phone calls anymore. Over the next few days, my situation got so bad that the landlord was threatening to kick me out daily. I was facing a dilemma. Either find myself on the streets or swallow my pride and call the last person on earth who'd I want to borrow money from. My ex-wife. I debated whether I should do it or not, but clearly I had no other options. After battling with my own thoughts for a while, I gathered the courage to take the bus to where my ex-wife lived. I knocked on her door, and no surprise, she didn't seem happy to see me. After some awkward small talk, I explained to her how tough my situation was and that I needed help to pay rent. My daughter noticed me at the door and came running for a hug. I don't know what was going through my ex-wife's head or if she felt sorry for me, but she went inside and brought me $1,200 in cash. I saw the pity and disgust in her eyes as she was handing me the money. Then, when I thought it wouldn't get worse, my little 12-year-old Emily looked at me innocently and asked, "Daddy, are you broke?" I can't tell you how humiliated I felt when those words came out of her mouth. How did my life become such a mess? I felt like my manhood was being snatched away from me and that I was failing as a father. I kissed my daughter goodbye and thanked her mother without being able to look her in the eyes. During the entire ride back home, I was feeling defeated. So I decided to stop by the local bar for a drink, trying to come to terms with what had just happened. As I took a sip of my drink, I spotted a guy sitting across the bar. I don't know if it was God or the universe, but something told me I should go strike up a conversation with him. So I went and introduced myself. I found out his name was Robert. With the alcohol taking the edge off, I ended up spilling out my guts to him. I then discovered he's also been through some tough times and that his wife cheated on him, but somehow he didn't look bothered at all. The conversation started flowing naturally, and Robert started talking about the power of manifestation and the universe. I honestly thought he started to get too drunk and was talking gibberish. But when I glanced over, I noticed he had the keys to a BMW and wore a Rolex on his wrist, which looked like it was worth at least $15,000. I hesitated for a moment, but then I asked, pointing at his watch, "Hey man, do you mind if I ask what you do for a living?" His facial expressions then suddenly changed like he's seen a ghost. "Are you a cop?" Of course not. Part of me expected him to start telling me about some kind of shady business or drug dealing. But instead, he said, "I quit working for NASA a few months ago because I discovered something I shouldn't have seen that made me a lot of money." Robert then whispered, "Have you ever heard about the pineal gland?" Well, I know it's a tiny organ inside the brain that controls many vital hormones. But what does this have to do with money and NASA? Look, NASA scientists are obsessed with the pineal gland. They know it's the door to unlocking our third eye and manifesting unlimited wealth and abundance. Robert went on to tell me he stumbled on secret research from NASA showing their scientists were researching this mysterious gland in 1969, 1968, and 1970. If you don't know what the pineal gland is, it's a tiny little organ inside your brain that commonly is believed to be our third eye. Jesus and Buddha had both known about the pineal gland and its power as our third eye. The ancient statues of Buddha all have a swirl at the center of his forehead, and experts believe this to represent his powerful pineal gland. Also, ancient depictions of Sumerian gods holding pine cones are also widely accepted to represent our pineal gland. The ancient Egyptian eye of Horus is said to be a representation of the pineal gland as well. It's like this third eye was the one common denominator between all the wisest and most enlightened individuals throughout history. And now modern science is catching up to what our ancestors knew all along about the pineal gland. In fact, Israeli scientists have recently discovered microscopic rhombohedral crystals inside our pineal gland. These crystals have piezoelectric properties, which means that they can become electrically activated and can start calling energy back to them, building their own electromagnetic field. This is essentially turning your entire body into a transceiver, which allows you to send and receive information. Except the information you're able to send and receive are directly from the universe and these other higher vibrational dimensions. Robert went on to tell me that NASA scientists started researching the pineal gland right after the Soviet Union launched their first ever satellite called Sputnik 1 in 1957. This unexpected success caused a lot of fear in the United States and demonstrated that the Soviets had the capability to deliver nuclear weapons over long distances. President John F. Kennedy wasn't going to let the Soviets challenge American claims of military and technological superiority during the Cold War, so he urged for immediate space exploration. Now, as you may know, astronauts can spend up to a year in space. They need to be in optimal physical shape to withstand the hardships of low gravity. And since the pineal gland releases most of the body's important hormones, like melatonin and serotonin, as well as controls the circadian rhythm, it's important that astronauts' pineal gland is in tip-top shape so they can sleep well, have their hormones in check, and finish missions properly. Now, NASA wanted to gain every advantage they could for their space missions, so they started heavily investing in researching the powers of the pineal gland. But they didn't know that what they were about to discover holds the key to connecting with the universe and transforming your life. The first research on the pineal gland started in 1968 and 1969. The thing is, until today, the details of such research are still hidden from the public. Robert told me NASA discovered that a calcified pineal gland was messing with their astronauts' brains. They were not going to risk wasting billions of dollars on space exploration if the astronauts couldn't complete the space mission properly. Calcified pineal gland, how does that ever happen, I asked. Can you handle the truth? Robert whispered. Skeptical, I nodded and kept listening. See, right after World War II, there was a global agenda to calcify everybody's pineal gland to keep them under control. This started during World War II, when the Nazi Party confiscated Freemason documents about the pineal gland and third eye activation. They knew if they could shut down the source of supernatural abilities, the pineal gland, they would gain an advantage over their enemies. You see, unlike most of the brain structures that have right and left hemispheres and are protected by the blood-brain barrier, the pineal gland sits right in the center and is not protected by the blood-brain barrier. This simply means that this tiny gland can be influenced by toxins and chemicals in the bloodstream. The Nazis knew about this, so they started experimenting with adding a chemical called fluoride to the drinking water of the ghettos and prison camps. They found out that fluoride made people more docile, subservient, as well as sterilizing them. It was an effective way to dominate their enemies while also reducing the population. His is why Germany fluoridated Poland's water supply before they invaded the country. Many of those Nazi scientists found their way to America and were granted immunity despite their crimes against humanity. They brought with them all the knowledge and information on the human experiments that they carried out. This is why in 1945, Norman T. Kirk, the Surgeon General of the U.S. Army, during the height of the Second World War, sponsored a study about fluoride in the United States. Then, Grand Rapids, Michigan became the first community in the world to add fluoride to tap water. As of today, fluoride is added to everything. It has been infesting the water we drink, the food we eat, and is found in almost every toothpaste out there. Harvard scientists have shown that fluoride is highly toxic. This chemical accumulates in the pineal gland and calcifies it, which blocks its activation. The pineal gland starts to look like this. On paper, the reason why fluoride was added to tap water in 1945 is to prevent tooth decay in children. However, a recent study from Harvard scientists in 2019 showed that fluoride decreased IQ for children by 7 points. 7 points isn't a small number when we're talking about the brain. And what is IQ really? A measure of power of the human mind, which is exactly what the pineal gland represents. Now, if you think you're safe from fluoride, think again. According to Harvard, 90% of the tap water in the United States is contaminated with toxic and hard chemicals that penetrate our bodies. Water wells are so interconnected that contamination in New York easily reaches California. So no one is really safe. If you want to test this yourself, fill a glass with tap water. Let it rest for a day. You'll notice a grayish residue coating the inside of the glass. These are the exact types of toxins that get inside your bloodstream and coat the outside of the pineal gland, causing its blockage. And it doesn't stop there either, because the pineal gland is linked to every other gland in your body through a network of neurological pathways. When it becomes calcified, it stops the free movement of pineal fluid, affecting not just the gland itself, but also the interconnected organs. You might be familiar with the concept of chakra points, energy centers in the body. The pineal gland plays a crucial role in this system. Calcification causes an imbalance of these chakras, leading to serious health issues. This includes thyroid imbalances, kidney problems, low sperm count, and even grave diseases like Alzheimer's. And if you experience symptoms like sleep disturbances, difficulty manifesting, low energy, unexplained weight gain, or depression, then know that your brain and organs are fighting every day to keep themselves working. I hate to say it, but a calcified pineal gland not only messes with your ability to manifest, but it's like a ticking time bomb waiting to explode unless you do something about it. Now, NASA wasn't going to let fluoride ruin the lives of perfectly fit astronauts and risk the failure of their space missions. So they came up with a secret liquid drink to heal the calcification and gain an edge. It's believed this secret drink that heals the calcification of the pineal gland played a role in the success of the famous U.S. Apollo program, including the first manned moon orbit in 1968, Apollo 8, and the first moon landing in 1969, Apollo 11. Both of these missions happened during the time NASA was researching the pineal gland. Robert told me that when astronauts came back to Earth, they reported experiencing vivid and lucid dreams with their life flashing in front of them. Others mentioned going through out-of-body experiences, transcending physical boundaries and exploring new realms of consciousness. But perhaps the most compelling is the strengthening connection with the universe and an enhanced sixth sense. This got NASA scientists even more intrigued, so they conducted one more research about the pineal gland a year later in 1970. However, this research wasn't enough. NASA scientists wanted a bigger and larger scale experiment. Now, get this. In 2019, WikiLeaks, the platform for secret government documents, leaked a classified telegram exposing how the U.S. Department of State shipped frozen penguin pineal glands from Argentina to the U.S. in 1973. How crazy is that? Turns out NASA and the U.S. government were collaborating on a secret project called Pinealium, after witnessing the powers of the pineal gland after the Apollo missions. NASA and the U.S. government wanted to understand how to access the mystical powers of the pineal gland and keep their edge. The U.S. Department of State chose penguins because nobody would say anything about classification and location. Penguins have the biggest pineal glands on Earth. Their decisions resemble humans a lot. So they are the closest thing to us to study. It would be more difficult to get away with decapitating over 250,000 penguins throughout the research if they were pigeons or doves. Now here's what happened next. Just in a year later, in 1974, NASA introduced an anti-fluoride solution for dental care called hydroxyapatite. Since the space missions in the 60s and 70s took a toll on NASA's budget, they sold the rights to sell this chemical formula to a Japanese company to replenish much of their budget they spent on the latest research. What most people don't know is that NASA came up with another 100% natural and classified formula to decalcify the pineal gland, which they kept hidden and was only available for their personnel. Most astronauts in the 1970s were still under military duty, so the secret solution was leaked to their military friends. Slowly, military generals, CIA and FBI agents, politicians, and high-ranking elites started using this secret drink to cleanse their bodies from fluoride and unlock their third eye. Some used their newly found brain powers to gain control and money. Others were able to reverse diseases and aging. Government agencies like the CIA and FBI used it for their psychic spying missions. You'd guess they'd share this knowledge with the public, right? Well, not exactly. They can't just go out and say, "Oh, sorry, we added fluoride everywhere to mess with your brain and block your ability to manifest." The people would go berserk. No wonder leaked classified documents about the penguin pineal gland shipments were never meant to see the light of day. And it's no surprise why NASA still keeps the details of their research on the pineal gland private. I started to feel angry hearing what Robert was telling me. How could NASA and the government do something like this? This is insane. He told me that NASA is really funded by private companies. They collaborate on a lot of projects with the billionaires and millionaires of the world. It's really about greed and control, my friend, Robert chuckled. If you look at who benefits the most from this sort of stuff, you'd find big pharma, drug companies, and governments at the top of the list. They benefit from having a docile society that functions like zombies. That way, they can keep selling us more drugs and toxic chemicals. If you've noticed, they always tend to create problems and sell temporary solutions for profits. The most recent example is the vaccine developed for the global pandemic. Pfizer alone made $37.8 billions selling vaccines in 2022. Do you really think they want us to know that we have a powerful organ inside our brain that once activated can unlock internal healing and inner powers? Do you really think they want you to be able to access psychic powers, attract wealth, and be in control of your own destiny? Absolutely not. No wonder big pharma and dental companies who sell fluoride-filled toothpaste make hundreds of billions each year off the backs of innocent Americans like you and me. This is nothing new, since if you look at history during the 40s, the same period when fluoride was researched and introduced, scientists were highly corrupted. Didn't the government intentionally inject hundreds of women, soldiers and prisoners and mental patients with sexually transmitted diseases like syphilis between 1946 and 48 without their knowledge or consent? Weren't doctors and scientists taking bribes saying that smoking is good for your health? They were, and still, doing all kinds of shady stuff. All they care about is power, money, and control. I was mind blown by what I just heard from Robert. I asked him if he knew what was inside this secret NASA formula. He said the ingredients inside this formula are super rare and hard to find. He was able to acquire them a few months ago, opened his third eye, and was able to manifest money quickly. But now he's out of it. So I asked if I could assist him in reenacting it, given that I had access to one of the top laboratories in the country at the university, and that I have several connections thanks to my job. Surprisingly, Robert agreed and scribbled down the recipe on a crumpled napkin. As soon as I got home, I started researching everything about the pineal gland and the third eye to confirm that what he was telling me was real. I was shocked to discover that everything he said about the NASA experiments, the weird penguin pineal gland shipment, the Harvard studies about the dangers of fluoride are true. I then picked up the phone and called Dr. Hendrik Blossman. Dr. Blossman is a retired neurosurgeon who served in the Army. He had always been a familiar face at our dinner table when I was a teenager. And even though he was a man of science, Dr. Blossman would always talk about things like manifestation, spirituality, and quantum physics. You could say it was a passion of his. I asked if I could see him and share with him my findings. Now, when I showed him the recipe, instantly his eyes got wide open. How did you find out about this, David? I thought this was a myth. He went on to tell me that during the time he worked in the military, he took part in an experiment about fluoride and its effects on the brain. I warned them about fluoride back then, but they never listened, he said. Fluoride toxicity is linked to many health issues like low sperm counts, hormonal imbalances, and poor sleep. The people in charge just weren't interested in doing anything to stop it. So I kind of gave up. Dr. Blossman shared with me that he heard rumors about a secret drink invented by NASA to cleanse fluoride out of the body and heal the pineal gland. This secret drink was mainly used by FBI and CIA officials to gain supernatural abilities for their spying missions. However, he never knew what was really inside of it. From that moment on, I knew that I had to recreate this formula again. Over the next few months, I called in favors and used my connections at the university to source the rare ingredients as a part of my research. My friend Mark, who runs the university lab, helped me source and mix the right dose of the ingredients. After spending sleepless nights, we were able to finally make a dropper formula similar to the potent auxiliary first developed by NASA. The only thing left was to put it to the test. Before I started taking it, I did a brain scan to compare the results before and after using the formula. It came in a liquid form, so it was easy to mix with any drink. Every morning before I went to work, I poured 1 drop of this liquid formula into my morning coffee. The first few days, I didn't feel anything. I thought I wasted months of research and was about to give up. But I figured it would take some time to start feeling any psychic powers, so I continued taking it. Then one morning I woke up and felt that something was different. I woke up with so much energy and clarity. I started sleeping like a baby at night and experienced lucid dreams for the first time ever. For some reason, my mood got a lot better, and my coworkers were saying that my skin looked radiant. I went back to see Dr. Blossman for a brain scan to compare the results. And there it was. The electromagnetic signal in my brain was at peak power, and the calcification in the pineal gland was decreasing. We were shocked. Over the next few weeks, I continued using the dropper formula, and more amazing things started happening in my life. My thoughts became so clear that I was able to visualize what I really wanted out of life. And with the pineal fluid moving freely throughout my chakra points, especially the root chakra responsible for wealth and abundance, suddenly money opportunities started appearing. Things started to change for the better when one evening I found a $100 bill on the way back home. Then the craziest thing happened. One morning, I received a call from a lawyer telling me that I inherited $460,815 from a great aunt that lived overseas. These things never happened to me before. I was so shocked. I was able to pay off all my debt and return the money to my ex-wife. And the best part is, I met a beautiful woman who's caring and has a good heart. We spent the summer in Europe along with my daughter, who I took to Disneyland in Paris. And my health? It's never been better. My cholesterol levels are down. My testosterone is peaking. My blood pressure and sugar levels are stable. I really feel like I'm 30 years old again. Robert has also tried this formula with me and was ecstatic. He started his own online business and was able to secure $120,000 within the first month. I then shared this formula with friends and family to see if it would work for them as well. My friend John, who's an entrepreneur, was struggling to get funding for his new company. But then, 2 weeks after using the secret NASA formula, well, he raised $2 million in funding. And then there's Sally, who was out of shape after a nasty breakup. She started using it and she lost 27 pounds and got in the best shape of her life within 21 days. Also, Michael, who struggled to pay off his mortgage and was in debt for years, secured $90,000 from a lawsuit he won just a week after he started using the formula. Everyone who tried this formula started feeling younger and healthier and more energetic and with more money than they could ever spend. That's when I realized there was no way that I could keep it to myself. When there are so many others out there who are struggling right now and who deserve to finally catch a break and enjoy the blessings that the universe have been trying to give them. I wanted to give everyone who feels betrayed a chance to transform their lives just like I did and finally be in control of their destiny. So let me introduce you to Pineal Guard. It's the world's first ever dropper formula designed to decalcify your pineal gland and unlock your third eye. This is the same ultra-secret formula used by NASA astronauts, U.S. government officials, CIAs, and FBI agents to rejuvenate the pineal gland, enhance brain power, and transcend reality. It's for anyone who wants to heal themselves naturally, enhance their intuition, experience psychic abilities, and transform their life quickly. We made this formula available thanks to our partnership with a discreet state-of-the-art facility that complies with all FDA regulations and adheres to good manufacturing practices, or GMPs. And while the ingredients are sourced from around the globe, Pineal Guard is proudly manufactured right here in the USA. And once you add Pineal Guard to your daily routine, you'll cleanse your whole body from fluoride and rapidly manifest every object, every person, and every state of being that your heart and spirit desire, without spending hours meditating or repeating affirmations or paying thousands of dollars for guru courses or healers or yogic masters. Transcending reality is as simple as mixing 1 drop of Pineal Guard every day with any of your favorite drinks. It contains 9 of the most potent and natural ingredients on Earth that NASA scientists initially used to activate the pineal gland and enhance your ability to manifest. Every single ingredient inside Pineal Guard is thoroughly examined and certified for its purity, which ensures Pineal Guard doesn't contain any harmful toxins. Here's a brief explanation of how these ingredients work together to unlock your hidden inner powers. Step 1. Decalcify your pineal gland. Before your pineal gland can be fully activated, we first need to purify it and cleanse your body from fluoride and any other toxin that may be blocking your ability to manifest. For this, NASA scientists chose 3 powerful ingredients. The main ingredient is called pine bark extract, a rare plant from the lush forests of southern France, originally used by indigenous peoples for immune support and wound healing. Have you ever noticed the resemblance between pine cones, pine trees, and our pineal gland? Turns out it's more than just a coincidence. Humans share DNA with pine trees, and intriguingly, some pine species possess the largest sequenced genome, around 22 billion base pairs, 7 times more than the human genome. Pine bark is nature's highest source of a compound called cyanogenol, a potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compound, more potent than vitamin C and E, shown to help eliminate toxins that block proper pineal gland function. This exact dose of pine bark extract flushes out fluoride and heavy metals from your body, priming your pineal gland for activation and connection. Pine bark also supports balanced endocrine and adrenal activity, maintaining your body's equilibrium and harmony without overstimulation. This means when you start adding this to your routine, your body will balance itself, and your organs connected to your chakra points will start working in complete synergy. How amazing is that? Scientists discovered that this unique molecular structure of the pine bark plant triggers bioactive responses in the human body, which is what spiritual teachers often refer to as aura, or light. This stimulates genes in your body that are linked to living longer and having a stronger immune system, allowing your body to fight off aging and toxins, helping you stay youthful and healthy both inside and out. The next ingredient is called tamarind, an exotic fruit native to Africa that helps cleanse and detoxify the body due to its various properties. It's considered an excellent fluoride detoxifier and has anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and antihistaminic effects which aid in fighting allergies, infections, and wounds. Tamarind doesn't only help purify the body from toxins, but it also contains potent compounds called flavonoids that regulate cholesterol levels and can lower bad cholesterol, or LDL. This exotic fruit also contains a chemical similar to mucin found in the eye. Mucin helps protect and wet the surface of the cornea, keeping your eyes healthy, which means this right dose of tamarind will allow your eyes to function properly. All three of them. Third on the list is a natural and special type of algae that grows in tropical and subtropical regions of Asia called chlorella. Chlorella is rich in omega-3, vitamin A, iron, and zinc. This natural seaweed binds directly to heavy metals and toxins in your body and removes the calcified shell surrounding your pineal gland. This facilitates the opening of your third eye and the awakening of your inner manifestation powers. Additionally, chlorella helps with healthy weight loss and blood pressure control, all thanks to its unique blend of heart-healthy fats, fiber, and essential nutrients. Step 2. Stimulate the piezoelectric crystals in the pineal gland. With your pineal gland decalcified, it's now time to energize and stimulate the power crystals inside of you so you can connect deeply with the universe energies and transform your desires into reality. To do this, we've added ginkgo biloba, a super herb with over 3,000 years of medicinal use. In ancient China, large ginkgo trees were considered as divine or sacred. Ginkgo was trusted by royalty as the go-to herb to ward off age-related cognitive decline. It increases natural blood flow to the brain, nourishing the pineal gland. This added positive pressure on the pineal gland activates dormant cells as well as the crystals inside, unlocking your ability to connect with the universe. Apart from ginkgo's positive effects on the brain and pineal gland, it's also shown to help relieve symptoms of irritable bowel disease, inflammatory joint conditions such as arthritis, heart disease, and protects against stroke. The next ingredient is called lion's mane mushroom, a special type of mushroom that has been used in Chinese medicine for centuries, with its use dating back to the time of the Buddhist monks who used lion's mane to increase their brain focus during meditation. In Chinese medicine, lion's mane is believed to support all 5 internal organs: liver, spleen, lung, heart, and kidney, and combat the deficiency of qi, or life force. Scientists discovered that lion's mane has a powerful neuroenhancer that can help regenerate brain cells and improve the functioning of the hippocampus, a region of the brain involved in learning and memory. This directly impacts the pineal gland, supporting its activation and heightening your spiritual and manifestational powers. The next ingredient is called Bacopa monnieri, also known as Brahmi, or the herb of grace. It's a staple plant in traditional Ayurvedic medicine. This natural herb increases blood flow in the brain, stimulating the pineal gland and turbocharging those crystals to work properly. Besides the active class of compounds in Bacopa, monnieri has been shown to kill aggressive brain tumor cells and inhibit the growth of breast, brain, and colon cancer cells in test tube studies. Step 3. Enhance pineal fluid movement through the chakra points. Now, after decalcifying the pineal gland and activating the crystals inside of it, your ability to manifest is finally unlocked, and you can start attracting your deepest desires. We've taken an extra step to improve the flow of fluid from your pineal gland to all other glands, and to activate key chakra points that enhance wealth, health, and help you attract a soulmate. We've added a medicinal herb called moringa. Moringa usage goes back thousands of years to 150 BC. In ancient India, moringa extract was given to Mauryan fighters on war fronts to provide strength, energy, and stress relief. Because of its blood-purifying properties, moringa improves blood flow, stops minerals from building up in the bloodstream, or causing stones in the kidneys. That means the pineal fluid can move easily throughout your entire body, turbocharging your ability to manifest and heal yourself. Second on the list is neem. The neem tree, or Azadirachta indica, it's been a vital part of Indian culture for over 4,000 years, you see. This medicinal herb detoxifies your body and boosts blood flow, helping spread the fluid and energy from your pineal gland all over your body. Plus, neem's anti-inflammatory qualities help soothe blood vessel inflammation, ensuring smoother blood flow and providing you with natural, long-lasting energy. And the last ingredient in this unique formula is called spirulina. It's an algae that's been lauded for centuries for its high nutritional value, being called, among other things, one of the most nutritious dense foods, believed to have been first used in ancient Aztec civilizations. Spirulina antioxidant properties are among the reasons why it has more recently been used as a dietary supplement for NASA astronauts on space missions. Interestingly, inflammation has been shown to be a major health risk of space life. Spirulina's anti-inflammatory properties have been shown to have some impressive benefits for your heart. One study showed that people with heart disease who took spirulina showed improvements in blood cholesterol and triglycerides. They had lowered LDL, or the bad cholesterol, and higher HDL, or the good cholesterol. Now, this right dose of spirulina ensures that your body's energy flow is uninterrupted and harmonized for a supercharged fluid movement and third eye activation. Now, just a few days after adding pineal guard to your daily routine, you'll start to experience more energy, more motivation, and better sleep. Then, as the potent ingredients start to decalcify your pineal gland and open your third eye, you'll start to attract everything your heart desires, whether it's money, health, or amazing relationships. Just like me and 2,151 other men and women who have already shared with us the amazing transformation that they've gone through using this formula. Like Monica, 49 from Chicago. You know, no matter how hard I tried to stay positive or how many meditation sessions I did, I was always running on empty. I practically had zero energy and no inspiration. One day I stumbled on pineal guard from a video. I started taking it every morning, and wow, what a turnaround. It's like suddenly I had this inner compass guiding me. Making decisions became so much easier. And you won't believe this, but I started my own little yoga studio at 39, and the good news is, it's thriving. Plus, I'm now planning a trip to Bali, something I've always dreamed of, but could never afford. My friends are always asking, what's your secret? You're glowing. It's all thanks to pineal guard. It's not just about opening my third eye. It's like someone's lit a fire under me. I feel energized, like I'm ready to take on the world or something. It's pretty amazing. And like Alan, who's 50 years old, from... Alright, so I was never really into the whole spiritual thing before, but a buddy of mine kept insisting I try pineal guard. So I thought, why not? And man, did things change. Work? I'm setting sales records, feeling more dialed in and more focused overall. Even landed 2 big promotions and tripled my income this year. No kidding. And my love life took a 180. Found an incredible person who just gets me. just when I thought hitting 50 meant slowing down. We receive plenty of messages every day from people all over the world sharing with us how Pineal Guard has transformed their lives forever. And I'm so excited for you to be able to experience the same thing as well. Now, you're probably wondering exactly how you too can get your hands on this pineal gland activating formula so you can manifest your dream life as fast as possible, right? Well, the truth is, we can only produce a limited supply of Pineal Guard at a time. This is because the ingredients inside Pineal Guard are extremely unique and rare, and they are sourced from all over the world. That's why it's really difficult to create a lot of bottles at one time. For now, we were able to just create only 3,000 bottles. And because people from all over the world are realizing the real dangers of fluoride and having a calcified pineal gland, demand for Pineal Guard has been rising since people have been getting a supply for themselves as well as for their friends and family. So I'm afraid it's a matter of time until we really run out of Pineal Guard once again. And when that happens, the next batch, well, it normally takes about 6 to 8 months to be made. Now, I'm more than delighted that we could help as many people activate their pineal gland and experience unlimited wealth and abundance. But the popularity of this formula has put even more of a strain on our production capacities. With that being said, however, well, I don't want a calcified pineal gland to ruin your life and lead to dangerous, irreversible diseases that can cost you your life. I don't want you to go through life without experiencing the incredible power that you possess inside of you. This is why, since you've watched this presentation so far, I'm going to share with you exactly how you can get your hands on Pineal Guard for as little as $2 per day. And I advise you to secure as much Pineal Guard as you can right now, as long as stock allows it. Now, if you would try to recreate this blend with the super ingredients inside Pineal Guard, you would spend upwards of $2,000 to source those ingredients from all over the world, only to end up with a small batch that won't be nearly as effective. Now, my intentions are to make this secret formula affordable to anyone who wants to experience what it feels like to open their third eye and manifest their desires. So, the price is not going to be anywhere near $2,000, nor is it even half of that at $1,000. No. So let me ask you this question. How much would it be worth to you to heal your body from toxic chemicals that mess with your brain and your health? To experience an enhanced intuition and psychic powers that you never even thought are possible. To find true love and a partner that can't keep their hands off you. To smell the fresh leather seats of your brand new car. Or step into your new home and see the sparkle of the marble flooring beneath your feet. What would you give to live life on your own terms without ever worrying about money again? To feel in control of your own destiny, knowing that your bank account doubles each time you check it. What would you give for all that right now? Look, the men and women who have already used Pineal Guard told me that they would pay as much as $500 for a single bottle, which is still $1,500 cheaper than what I personally paid for to get a day's worth of the rare ingredients. However, I've witnessed firsthand for myself the transformation this formula has had on my life and the lives of everyone else who has tried it. I believe everybody deserves to experience what it feels like to have an open third eye and to live the life of their dreams, which is why your health and dreams come first before any money. I promised myself that if I cracked the code about activating the pineal gland, I would make it as affordable as possible. This is really about saving everyone who's been betrayed by the elites of the world and Big Pharma, who have been misguiding us and destroying our spiritual abilities. It's my mission to get back at those individuals who are only motivated by greed and power. So, the more we can make pineal guard affordable, the more people can benefit. That's why, for a limited time only, and while supplies allow it, you can grab pineal guard for as little as $49 a bottle. The lowest price you'll ever see today. It's what we pay to cover the costs of the ingredients and keep this site running for as long as we can. And just before your order, let me tell you this. We can't really know how affected is your pineal gland because of decades of fluoride exposure. We've seen that the people with the best results are the ones who take pineal guard for as long as they can. You see, this allows the 9 super ingredients to detoxify your pineal gland properly and get you feeling your best. Dr. Blossman recommends you take pineal guard for at least 3 to 6 months so you make sure your pineal gland is working in optimal conditions and is never affected by fluoride again. That way you can keep manifesting everything your heart desires and protect your brain from dangerous diseases for decades to come. And if you decide to go with the 3 or 6 month supply today, you'll also get access to 2 bonuses worth $114 absolutely free. Bonus 1, Third Eye Enhancer ebook. You'll discover step-by-step a few simple techniques you can use to enhance the activation of your third eye. These simple 3-minute techniques will enhance the power of the rhomboidal crystals inside your pineal gland and allow pineal fluid to move throughout all of your chakra points so you can experience the universe's blessings easily. Bonus 2, Psychic Gifts Audio Series. This special audio is your path to freedom from fear, anxiety, and low self-esteem. By aligning your brain's frequency with powerful gamma waves, it enhances and activates your pineal gland and third eye, making it effortless for you to release money blockages, fears, and anxiety. I want you completely satisfied. So here's what we'll do for you right now. Get 3 bottles of pineal guard and we'll gift you 2 bonuses worth $114 for free. Or better still, get our most popular and biggest money-saving option, the 6-bottle package. And not only do you receive the 2 bonuses at no extra cost, but we'll also ship the entire package to you for free, so that you also save $9.95 on shipping fees. Sound fair? That's how confident we are that you'll love what Pineal Guard will do for you. Look below. If Pineal Guard is still in stock, you'll see your 3 money-saving options. All you need to do is select your money-saving option and then fill in your usual information on the checkout page. Your order is kept confidential and is protected by 256-bit encryption. No auto ship, no hidden charges, just a safe and secure, one-time, simple fee. Once you place your order, it will be processed within 24 hours and rush delivered to you in discreet packaging
anywhere in the world with free shipping insurance.
And once you do, you'll become part of our family and join the thousands of others who have changed their lives with Pineal Guard. I'll also be here for you in every step of the way to help you with any questions that you may have. We highly recommend getting as many bottles as you can now because people from all over the world keep ordering 6 bottles at a time for themselves and their loved ones. So it's only a matter of time until we run out of Pineal Guard. Also, our manufacturer is telling us it's getting harder and harder to get the super ingredients at this current rate. So I'm not sure exactly how long that we can continue to offer Pineal Guard at a massive discount. The last thing I would want is for you to quit this page right now. You'll discover that the price has doubled or tripled. Or worse than that, we're out of stock. So we recommend you secure a supply of Pineal Guard as quickly as you can and get the best savings for yourself and everybody that you love. Also, to help get back at what the big pharma and governments have been doing to us for years,
I am personally donating a portion of the sales to water.org, which helps supply clean drinking water to men, women, and kids in Africa and Asia.
You'll also be supporting a great cause and helping those in need of life's most basic necessities. So I'm so confident that Pineal Guard will completely transform your life that we're giving you the best guarantee ever.
If you don't start feeling healthier, more energetic, and looking much younger, if money opportunities don't start coming your way from all places, if you don't rekindle love with your current partner or attract your soulmate, and if you don't find yourself experiencing psychic abilities, more happiness, and more freedom, we'll give you a full refund, even up to 365 days after your order. No questions asked.
Yes, that's right. You can try Pineal Guard for an entire year and then decide if it's really for you or not. I don't know anyone who would give you such a guarantee. You're still here, which means your personal bottles are reserved. But if you close this page, they'll be given to someone else. And I didn't want to share this, but I am personally getting threats from greedy government agencies. If I ever feel like I'm risking my safety, I'll close this entire operation. That's why I recommend that you don't waste a second more when the solution is right at your fingertips. Claim your discount and choose your money-saving option right now. When you look at it, you really have 2 choices right now.
Option 1, stop following this presentation and leave this page. Continue living where money is scarce, life is miserable, and feeling unlucky, risking dangerous diseases because of a calcified pineal gland, living with fear and anxiety of a tragic event messing with your life and savings. Keep being a slave to the pharma industry and governmental agencies that are poisoning your body and want you under control. Or choose option 2, where you risk nothing at all today. Grab Pineal Guard right now and cleanse the fluoride residue coating your pineal gland. Remove any toxins messing with your brain and blocking the connection between you and the universe. You'll be surprised how well it works and how fast you'll start manifesting whatever you set your mind to, knowing your third eye is finally open.
You've already seen the science. You've seen the stories of the people who changed their lives thanks to Pineal Guard, right? So I'm so confident that you'll make the right choice because it's not a coincidence you stumbled on this page today. You've been guided here, and it's now time for you to make the right decision, the right choice for yourself and for your family and loved ones. Remember, Every 3 and 6 bottle package comes with a deep discount and 2 bonuses worth $114, plus free shipping no matter where you live.
Also, you have nothing to risk here and everything to gain because you're backed by a 365-day, 100% satisfaction money-back guarantee.
I can't wait for you to join the 2,151 men and women who have already transcended reality. And I'm excited to hear all about the blessings and transformations in your life. Your new life starts today. Still here? I know that we've covered a lot today. So let me answer some of the most common questions that we get.
Will I really experience enhanced intuition, internal healing, and manifest wealth with pineal guard in a short time?
Yes, this unique NASA formula, the right dose of natural ingredients such as pine bark extract, tamarind, spirulina, ginkgo biloba, lion's mane mushroom, bacopa monnieri, moringa, chlorella, and neem, designed to help decalcify the pineal gland by removing fluoride deposits and promoting the free movement of pineal fluid within your body. As a result, it aims to enhance your intuition, support internal healing, and aid in manifesting wealth by unlocking your third eye. Since the extent of pineal gland calcification can vary from person to person, we recommend using pineal guard for at least 30 days to fully experience its effects.
Does pineal guard really work even if I've tried other spiritual practices or health supplements without success?
Definitely, pineal guard stands out as a unique dropper formula that's been specially crafted to rejuvenate your pineal gland. It's a game changer for those who might not have found success with other spiritual practices or health supplements. When you try pineal guard, you're giving your body something new and effective, releasing toxins and unlocking your inner and hidden potential, all without the need for any lifestyle changes.
How will I know if pineal guard will work for me?
Pineal guard has helped thousands of men and women around the world, as shown by the testimonials and the weekly messages that we get. It's highly likely that you'll see positive results too.
Is pineal guard really covered by a money-back guarantee?
Definitely. We're so confident about pineal guard that we offer a 365-day satisfaction money-back guarantee. No questions asked. So if you're not thrilled with your results, we've got an easy refund process, showing our commitment to both the product and your happiness.
I'm thinking it over. Will I have another chance to get pineal guard later?
Pineal guard is experiencing a surge in popularity, and as a result, our inventory is rapidly depleting. We can't guarantee that if you leave this page right now, pineal guard will still be available. If you're thinking about it, well, it's a real good idea to take action right now. This way you can secure your supply and avoid waiting for months or paying double or triple for missing out on this opportunity.
This sounds incredible. I'm ready. What should I do next?
Fantastic! Your personal supply of pineal guard is still reserved for you. Just click the button below and you'll be taken to a secure, simple checkout process. Now, before you know it, you'll be on your way to experiencing the amazing benefits pineal guard has to offer.